I'm Pulsar Glitch, and this is the IK Uno synth. Let's get going. Alright, let's do this. The Uno synth from IK Multimedia is a mostly analog, monophonic two-voice synth. Priced at around $200 it's incredibly affordable. While you get a lot of features for the price, there are some shortcomings that anyone interested in the synth should be aware of. If you're new to the hardware or analog synth world and you plan on using the software editor that comes with the Uno, this could potentially be a fantastic first synth. It sounds great, it's extremely portable, and it's insanely fun to play around with. I would definitely recommend it for anyone looking for a first synth, or just to expand your synth collection, no matter whether you're an amateur or a synth lord. Well, that was pretty good. Let's review this thing, yeah? Hey, what's up? Let's get right into it, shall we? There we go. So I've loaded up the first patch here, and it has like a little touch keyboard instead of a real keyboard that you can use. Alright, so let's look at our wave shapes here. We have a whole bunch of them. So this thing actually morphs among the wave shapes, which is really weird. I've never seen that on a synth before, but I really like it. Turn up the cutoff so you can hear it. So there are two oscillators right there. And then we have a noise oscillator right here that can be triggered with this. Pretty cool. And you can also trigger the levels of the oscillators. Pretty awesome. And then we have the tune. Get a nice kind of unison sound there. And then we have our filter section right here, where we have the mode. So we have low pass. We have a high pass. And I believe we have a band pass. So that's pretty cool. We have 3 filter types. Very, very nice. We also have our resonance control. Do some filter sweeps. This thing gets super dirty, especially if you turn up the drive. Get some super nasty tones out of it. Now we also have the envelope, which is interesting because we have attack and decay for the filter envelope, and then we also have attack and release for the amplitude envelope. So we're going to adjust the attack. And then we also have decay. And then we have attack for our amp. There's some really long attack times. And then we have a release. Pretty cool. And then we also have an LFO, so we can select our wave shape among all these different shapes, which is really cool. Then we have our rate control, and we have our pitch control, so that kind of modifies the pitch, and the filter control, which modifies the filter, which is really cool because you can modulate both at the same time. So we can go in, let's modulate our pitch. Kind of a vibrato. And then it also, at a certain point, just have time controls for your tempo. You can set your tempo, and then you can set what time controls you want for it. Pretty cool. There's also a sequencer on this thing that's really, really easy to use. The default patch already has a sequence going, so I'm just going to play that. Pretty awesome. So this synth also has a whole bunch of other weird things, like if we make a sequence here, we can do dives, or a scoop, really cool stuff. Then we can also look at our different patches here because we got a lot of really cool stuff. Kind of a basic saw patch. Little chord patch. Cool lead tone. Cool stuff. Cool little sequenced thing. Cool stuff. So there are a lot of really cool patches on this thing built in. There's a lot of fun to be had. It's all run off of battery power, so really awesome stuff. Although I also do want to talk about some of the downsides of this synth. So there is also a synth editor that you can get where you can basically edit all of the parameters that you see here and even more in software on your DAW. But half the time it kind of doesn't work. In fact, it hasn't really worked for me in months. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of use out of it back a long time ago when it still worked for me, and then after that, it just refused to work at all. What's sad about that is that there's just so much more you can do in the editor. You actually have 2 full ADSR envelopes instead of just attack and decay for the filter and attack and release for the amplifier, which is really sad. There's also a lot more you can do. You can have a lot more granular control. You can assign things to automation, so you can have things kind of morph in your song, which is really awesome, kind of like a soft synth. Another downside to this is that because it is USB or battery powered, if you switch to USB, it's going to be very, very noisy, and it doesn't sound that great. So I would recommend getting a good set of batteries, unlike what I've done here, because you can keep seeing that it says the batteries are running low, and record that way, because that will be way less noise than just going USB power. You can also control this thing using USB for MIDI, and there are also some outputs in the back here for MIDI. Yeah, otherwise than that, it's a really, really good synth, especially to have on the go if you have like your laptop or something that you're using for recording. This thing is awesome for just doing some really cool analog sounds. You can get really cool lead sounds and bass sounds and stuff out of it. You can get a whole bunch of weirdo sounds, just little weird like bleeps and bloops. But yeah, other than those really small downsides, this is a really great beginner synth. So if you're looking for a beginner synth to pick up, like you've never picked up anything before, and you can get the synth editor working, this is like the ultimate beginner synth, and I would highly recommend it. So, thank you for watching my review of this awesome beginner synth, or just an awesome synth to add to your collection in general. It sounds really, really dirty and nasty, and I have used it a lot on some of my tracks. So yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's kind of like an objective video. Not any weird opinions or anything to express here. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay peachy. Peace.